This is how people laugh in this country. Their laugh feels genuine. Maybe because they're isolated from the world. This country is in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and will soon disappear.
Because we're right in the middle of nowhere.
We will visit the entire country in 1 hour by car because the entire country has only a single road. Today, we're in the most remote and most wondrous country in the world. At the farthest end of the earth, they have a different time zone than any other country in the world. They are the reason for this zigzag in the international dateline, because their time zone is +14. It's the first country where the sun rises. We've arrived in Kiribati. We're in LA with Shadi.
Whoa!
I'm taking a flight to Fiji. Today is the 18th and we'll arrive on the 20th, so one day we'll be lost. The reason is this line. Do you see it? Goodbye.
Welcome to LA, my man. See you again soon. Careful, you lose a day, huh?
We're heading to Kiribati. We're going to take a 10-hour flight to Fiji.
That's 10 hours and 18 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Because that is the only country you can go to Kiribati from. They're isolated islands. Look, we're crossing the international dateline. However, we need to understand how I will lose a day. Let me explain further.
But what is time?
The flight took 10 hours. I booked a flight from Los Angeles to Fiji on the 18th and arrived in Fiji on the 20th, which means that the 19th was lost on my way there because I crossed the international dateline, which if you cross it from the east to west, you add a day to the calendar of the country that is west of that line. So, when I crossed this zigzag caused by the country I'm heading to, Kiribati, I entered the next day and then went back to the previous day and then entered again the next day.
And by crossing the international dateline, arrive in San Francisco the night before.
This is the international dateline, an imaginary line running from the North and South Poles through the Pacific Ocean. This line roughly matches the Greenwich Meridian in London on the other side.
Whereas most of the time zones differ from their neighbors by plus or minus 1 hour.
Every city or time zone on Earth can be timed relative to the Greenwich Meridian. The time is calculated in this way. For example, Riyadh is 3 hours ahead of London time. When it's 9 a.m. in London, it's 12 p.m. in Riyadh. And so on. The further the cities are from London, the greater the difference in hours until it reaches a maximum of +12 to the east and -12 to the west. When you head east from London, the hours increase until you reach Japan, then New Zealand. And then you reach the last country, Kiribati, the first country where the sun rises.
We are -14, so Christmas Island, which is south of Hawaii. So that's so every single time at midnight, that's Kiribati. Starting 1 minute past midnight is always going to be Kiribati.
When you head west of London to the US, then the state of Hawaii, you will find that the time is 12 hours behind London until you reach this curved line, because these countries chose to be close to America's time, while countries on this line want to be close to Australia and Japan's time, because there's an entire day difference between these two lines, 24 hours, although it was 10 a.m. here, but when I crossed from the east, I reached 10 a.m. the next day. Even when you look at Alaska and Russia, you'll see the line passing between them. These two islands, it's Friday on this island and Saturday on the other, although they are a few kilometers apart. As for Samoa, the American Samoa Island decided to stay with the American time, While the other decided to stay with Australia, the time became different in the same country, although they're just 15 minutes away by plane. But the time is special in Kiribati.
Because Kiribati is the only country which is in 4 hemispheres. And for the dateline, it was crazy because we had a dateline going right through the middle of our country. So one day it was Monday and the other day it was Sunday. So it's really hard if you're going to call somebody on the weekend. It's their weekend, but you're now working because it's now Monday. And it's the same country. So it was crazy.
What did you do?
So they moved it.
So you pushed the line for 2 hours extra?
We didn't really push the line. We just made the line go around the country.
In 1995, they decided to push the line to the right because they didn't want part of the country to be a day ahead of the rest of the country. So the time on Christmas Island in Kiribati became +14.
But you got to think about it this way. Kiribati is where every single day starts. Number 1. So every day starts in Kiribati.
And thus Kiribati became the first country to welcome the new year. The location of the line is subject to change. It's up to the country and which time zone it wants to adopt to serve its interests. Look what's written here. Fiji. The country's name is Fiji. The most exported product in the world is not oil, but water. They call it the water of the rich. It comes from this island, named Viti Levu, where the capital, the city of Nadi, and an international airport are located. Fiji isn't my destination. Fiji is a stopover. We're heading to another country, a country that will soon be drowned. Let's go see it. I will book a ticket to Kiribati. Fiji Airways has 3 scheduled flights to Kiribati weekly. Look how expensive the ticket is from Nadi to Tarawa. $2,000 for the ticket. This is the most expensive economy ticket I've ever booked. I've booked to Kiribati. I hope it's worth it. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean, the largest ocean in the world, thousands of islands are scattered here and there, such as Hawaii, Fiji, and others. There are more than 25,000 islands, but Tuvalu and Kiribati are considered the smallest and most isolated inhabited islands in the Pacific Ocean. We're in Kiribati and this is the airport.
Wow, in the middle of the ocean.
In the middle of the ocean. Welcome to the island.
Why not a lot of people knows about Kiribati?
Maybe because it's very small.
Very small.
You can't see it on the map. It's thoughts on the map.
When you arrive and walk down the street, you see a wonderful, vibrant blue color on your right. What a beautiful country. That's the first thing you see. About 110,000 people are living in this country, and this country will disappear soon. So we'll try to understand why. This is the highest point in Kiribati, 3 meters.
Oh, just only 3 meters, bro.
Highest.
Yeah, the highest.
Here.
You see, you can see there.
So this is like a mountain.
Mountain, yeah. This is our mountain.
People here have never seen a mountain.
You guys never seen a mountain?
Nah.
Their lowest elevation above sea level is 1 meter, and their highest is 3 meters. So this is an important landmark. This is the elevation. See? This is their elevation above sea level. This is their mountain. This is the lowest elevation above sea level. The whole country's like this. Look, they're building breakwater. We're not on the beach. We're on the street. It's right there. There are months in the year when the water comes in and floods this whole area.
This is our hotel?
Yeah, this is your hotel.
This is where I'll stay.
It's my room? Really? And this is my view?
Yes.
This room is $100 a day. The special thing about it is this view. How will its residents live abroad? Let's see. Because they'll become climate refugees. The term climate refugee comes from this country.
Might disappear?
Can be. The sea levels keep rising.
Look at this tree. It's called a mangrove tree. Its underground roots look like a forest. It stabilizes the soil and the coastline, as it reduces the erosion caused by storms, currents, and waves. Kiribati people are buying land in other countries, such as New Zealand and Australia, fearing that their country will disappear. As you walk around, you see people hanging out on both sides of the road. Look at them. Most of them go out for picnics, barbecues, and hanging out on the lagoon. The view here is amazing. As you walk, you can see the lagoon and its vibrant blue color. I've never seen such a color anywhere else except in the Maldives. The capital is a coral reef. This is an abandoned amusement park. It's the only one in the country.
So you can finish the whole island
Yeah, we can finish it.
in 1 hour?
Yeah.
This is the capital, Tarawa. It looks like an arch on the map. As you see, it's just one two-way street. 35 kilometers long. You can finish the entire capital in 1 hour. Okay, this is the end of Tarawa. Now we can go to the other side. Most of the country's population lives on this island. Schools, universities, and government offices are located at the end of the island.
Let's go.
This is the largest mall in the country. There's no other.
Kiribati Mall.
This is the only mall. Alright, they say this is the fanciest restaurant in the country. So I'm in a fancy restaurant now.
It's a fancy restaurant. See
In
what
the
they-
whole country.
The whole country.
Turns out it's a Chinese restaurant. Even the receipt is in Chinese. China is investing here. What do they eat in Kiribati? Seafood. Anything else in these Pacific countries is of lower quality, because everything here is imported. They don't even have any fruit except coconut.
Fish.
Octopus. The fish market is right on the street. You don't need to go into any side streets. It's on the main street. Life on the islands is different. School students walk barefoot. They're coming back from school barefoot. This is life on the islands. This is the only sports hall in the country. International teams come to play here. I don't know how they found a place for these things. The maximum speed in this country is 60 kilometers an hour. You can't drive above that in the whole country. We came to a very narrow road. There are islands that have already been submerged by rising sea levels. It was under British colonial rule until Kiribati became independent in 1979.
These are Japanese guns.
World War II took place here. Look at this, right on the beach.
Tarawa Atoll, a very important Jap air base on the outer fringe of their Pacific defenses.
These areas in the Pacific have been the center of conflict. This area was a battlefield,
Tarawa with high explosive.
a nuclear testing ground.
We are ready.
Kiribati lives on aid. It has nothing to offer the world except its strategic location, so it was an important strategic location in the American-Japanese War. These houses are called culture houses. They're found everywhere in the country, where people gather. They gather down here. anyone can enter these houses.
This is a culture house where everybody in the village gets to meet.
This is the most beautiful girl in Kiribati.
My name is Kimberly. I somehow won. Yeah, everybody.
Kiribati. You're like an actress, yeah?
I'm Miss Kiribati. I'm not an actress.
Do it.
We're finished with the island. There's only the other part left to visit. This is Chloe. She and her father own a travel and ticketing company, but there are only 3 flights a week. So, they have side businesses.
We're going over there.
It's not accessible by car.
If you want to drive in the water, of course you can.
We're taking a boat and going to a nearby island. It's an extension of this island, but there's no bridge between them, so you can't get there by car. We're still in the capital.
You coming? Let's go!
Look at this place. We are north of the capital, Tarawa.
This is the ending of the capital.
And after that, you have to take a boat, or you can swim. Look how cool this place is.
I can sleep here. The climate change.
Oh, well,
Oh, you're not worried.
I'm not worried.
Show you how to get the coconut, fresh coconut.
Easy for them?
With the eyes closed, mate.
With the eyes closed?
Look, he just picked it.
Fresh.
People are living in paradise here.
Bro, are you scared like Kiribati might disappear?
Yes.
Can I film you talking about it?
No, Kiribati is that lost paradise. Kiribati is, you know, where turn back time? This is Kiribati. Kiribati is one of those places which is off the beaten track. It's really hard to get to us. Everybody flies over the top of us because we're right in the middle of nowhere. We're like in the middle of a desert, where the desert is the ocean.
So are you worried about like my country disappear?
Always worried. We're always worried that we might disappear. The problem is that it's because it takes a long time to see a difference. And as a result, that's where people don't really take it seriously.
Some people are moving out now because of this. Like, do you think you're gonna move out?
We are very rich. We are rich, but we don't realize how rich we actually are. Our ocean is 99.9% of the volume of Kiribati. Whilst we got this huge ocean.
You have a huge ocean, huge access to fish.
But we haven't actually got the fishing vessels. We should be getting fishing vessels. We will be very rich. Nobody wants to move because we are home. This is home. Nobody wants to move from home. This is where we belong. We're from the ocean.
We come on the sloop John Deere, my grandfather and me. Around Nassau town we